this is what I'm doing. This is what I want to do. This is what I need to do for myself. And it doesn't matter what other people say. Hi Libra, thank you so much for being here. If it's your first time, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. It's so good to see you. Let's see what June has in store for you. I am shifting the tarot scope readings from astrology season to monthly. I think that'll just be easier and clearer for everybody, but I will still be doing the general astrology season reading. So for Gemini season, it is the Lovers card reading for all signs, so make sure you go watch that. And then we've also had the Gemini new moon on the 30th, and so that is on my channel as well. Gemini season started on the 20th, and it will go until May 20th, and it will go until June 21st when Cancer season happens. And Mercury went direct on June 3rd. And this is all according to Western astrology. I should be prefacing that. Okay, so we will be using the the Modern Witch Tarot by Lisa Sterle, and the Shaman's Dream Oracle by Dr. Alberto Violdo and Colette Baron Reed. And I think I've said everything that I need to say. I hope so anyway. So let's see what June has in store for you. I hope Taurus season and May were all good for you. We are heading towards summer now. Cancer season actually starts on the summer solstice on June 21st. And as usual, the first card or two cards that come out or that we pick, we change things up here in Meryl's Mystic a lot. We just go with the flow and our intuition. That's what it's all about. The hokey pokey. So the first card is usually the general energy, message, lesson that the month will be bringing to you. Oh, 7 of Wands, Libra. I like this for you, Libra. I like 7 of Wands for you a lot. Because, oh, please excuse, my partner is trimming the grass because he's a good partner. So if you can hear that, it will be over soon. 7 of Wands is like, oh, interesting. I will tell you what it usually is for me. But what I just heard was Beastie Boys, fight for your right. It's not, and yeah, to party. So that's, you're not fighting for your right to party. You are you're fighting for your right to be you and to have what you want to have and live the life that you want to live and protect that which is most important to you. The 7 of Wands for me, when it usually comes up, is like the haters card, because the more successful you are, unfortunately, the polarity that exists on this earthly realm is that the more haters you get, the more, the more views I get on YouTube, the more thumbs downs I get, but that means I'm getting more thumbs ups too. And it's just really about focusing on like you and what you're protecting, and reminding yourself that what you have is worth it, because this was really about and I really like this deck, 7 of Wands. It really aligns with how the 7 of Wands energy connects to me, because the traditional deck, the figure's a little messy in that one, but I feel like it's definitely more like this, like, boss bitch energy, and it's because her stance is very solid, and she's very much like, no, this is my space over here and I'm protecting it. It doesn't matter what you throw at me. There's much more a level of command in this energy that I think is hard for you to connect with, Libra. You can be very agreeable, and you're very empathetic and understanding. So I think sometimes you can be easily influenced by those around you, especially if things are going well. And so that means then too, you can be influenced when things are going poorly. And because you are a dual sign, you can sometimes dip into that negativity and then kind of like stay there and like bob in it a little while, even when people around you are like, please let me show you why this negative mindset you have is not the truth. Because I think what can have the risk here for you, Libra, is that if you are getting these like quote unquote haters or people who are trying to like knock you off your horse, it's knock you down from where you're at, who do not want you to be happy, basically. It can infiltrate the rest of how you feel about everything else. It's almost like I saw I saw water, but it was almost like something got put into it, like a poison, but I saw it as black, where it was like clear water and then it was like one little bit of black and it just like spread out and contaminated the water. That's what that's what it's coming through as for you, Libra, is that you have this amazing clear water and you're letting possibly letting one little negative thing, one hurtful thing, one hurtful action, you know, the tiniest thing just like spreading out, like poisoning everything else, basically. It's like you've worked so hard to get that you're like clean, crisp water, and all of a sudden you're just letting one person come in and like contaminate it. I'm just going with the visual that they were showing me. So how can you prevent that? How can you prevent that from happening? How can you protect yourself also? It's like the Seven of Wands. Yes, you have something worth fighting for, but how are you going to be able to do that? Nine of Pentacles. The first thing I heard was hold yourself higher. Elevate how you see yourself. Put yourself on that pedestal. Like raise yourself up. Like view yourself in a higher place and a higher value. Like especially if you aren't, it's like you don't even see how valuable you are truly. So you can, if you don't see how valuable you are, if you don't see that what you have is valuable, that has value, then you won't see why it's worth fighting for and holding on to. And the Nine of Pentacles too is like the treat yourself card. So it is literally about like treating yourself like you deserve these things, treating yourself. And it's not just like in a physical sense, it's like an emotional sense of receiving, trusting that you deserve things to be the way you want it to be. You deserve better. It feels like maybe a few of you are still letting a couple people around you still kind of be around you, and they really aren't for you. It's like they really aren't. If you took the blinders down about the history, it's almost like you have this history with this person. Oh man, my nose will not stop itching, and now I'm gonna say something about it because I probably cut out me like really scratching my nose because it looks like I'm picking it. But man, my nose will not stop itching, so I don't know what that means. Some people say that means someone's thinking about you. I just feel like it's happening so much that I need to say something for somebody. if this is you, this is itching, then like this is you. So it's like, if you took the history away, the, you know, you loving this person away, because I think sometimes you give value to people because you love them, when they like, you can love somebody and still not like have them in your life or be around them. You know, you can have love for somebody and still protect yourself from them. It's like, it's weird. It's almost like I saw two people, and it was like you, Libra, and then this other person that you have like this love for, or there's history there, but like they're just, if you actually listen to how they talk to you or what they said, I feel like the illusion would come down. Disillusion, are you disillusioned or need to be disillusioned? I can never use that word properly. Let me know what you think about disillusioned. You need to be disillusioned? Maybe it's you need to be disillusioned. 'Cause it's like, they're really not very positive. They're not actually saying anything truly kind to you. They're kind of always putting you down in like weird passive aggressive ways, and acting like that you need them, so in a way, or they need you, so it makes you like to feel needed. But they're draining you. They're abusing you. I don't want to use that word if it's not necessary, but it's like there is a taking advantage of your kindness and your energy, and it could actually be blocking somebody who really should be in your world coming in. So remember that when you let people take up space in your life, that could mean that that's taking up the space of somebody else that's supposed to be there. Okay, why is this happening? 9 of Cups, my dear Libras, all upright, so that's good. I think we're moving into this space of how our outside world is affecting us. It is like a collective. So the 9 of Cups is really about like emotional contentment, and you got the 9 of Pentacles. So like there is like this forward progression here. And with the 9s, 9 is this number of like achievement and kind of completion, because in numerology, 9 is the highest number, like not 10, because then 10 is reduced down to 1 again. It's like 9 is your, it's like if you're not a 9 life path, you have more of a philosophical look on life. 9s, so there's this like completion of fulfillment. And I like that you have Wands fire, Pentacles earth, Cups water, and you are air. And so there is like this balancing that it's trying to do, and it's like a balancing and like a fulfillment, full embodiment of you, and feeling good about that, and being empowered in that, and being strong in that, and also being strong in the way of, nose itching again, discerning who really is worth your value and your time and your energy to be in your world. All these figures too, you'll see on the screen, are very, like, none of them look overly happy, but none of them look like really mad. They all kind of have very, either it's like determined, somewhere between determined and content, and just like good. You know what I mean? Just like solid. Just something about their energy is like, this is what I'm doing. This is what I want to do. This is what I need to do for myself. And it doesn't matter what other people say, because I know that it's right for me. So like you, Libra, I love you, lovely Libras. I love you so much. You need to do what's right for you. You, more than most signs, so easily will do what needs to be done for other people. And that works for you for a while, but there will always be a moment where all of a sudden it's not going to work anymore. And I want it to work for you, because you are so valuable and you have such a special love to give that you really should only be giving it to those who are most deserving. Okay? Let's look at the bottom of the deck. Knight of Wands. Just a little bit more fire right there. So our Knight of Wands is another can-do, determined energy. This one moves a little bit faster. That's the Seven Wands really is standing their ground. The Knight is in action. And so I feel like there's a like the core piece of this is also empowering you to take the correct aligned action. And I don't even want to say correct. It's just taking the aligned action. Seeing what that is and acting on it. Because otherwise, you're going to keep feeling like you're being pushed around. And Libra, do not let people push you around. Okay? Because 1 in 20 people are narcissists, and the minute one finds you and realizes that they have somebody who's so willing because you are so loving, and I speak from personal experience because I have a lot of Libra in my chart, especially my Venus, which is how we love. I've been taken by many a narcissist. I should probably write a book. I feel like I can see them from a mile away at this point. It's because they are moths and you are the flame, and they're moths to the flame. And instead of letting it snuff your flame out, you need to burn their ass up. Okay? All right, let's pull you an oracle card. I think too, you know what I just heard was stand your ground. I think that will probably be the title of the reading, because that's really like solid. Just like feet planted, I'm good, I'm awesome, I'm here. If you're not okay with it, then you don't need to be here. Let's see. Ooh, oh. Beloved, radical acceptance. You know, being a dual air sign Libra, I feel like Gemini season probably affects you a little bit more than you probably realize, or that more than it affects other signs. Radical acceptance, because there is this, it's the radical acceptance of yourself and of the messages that your intuition is sending you. Beloved, the object of affection, radical acceptance, loving what is. When the beloved appears, it requires 100% of your heart, body, and soul. Don't try to squeeze the beloved into your schedule. Drop the busyness and receive the one you have been waiting for. I added that part. Know that this card comes as a mirror to show you the divine within, and invite your radical acceptance of everything you consider beautiful or ugly in your being. The beloved may not be a person at all. It might be a business venture, a project, or an adventure calling for your full attention. Love it, let it light you up, and give it your all. Surrender to this truth and know that you are gaining a passport to bliss, even when it feels that you are being consumed by the fire of the beloved. Do not hold back or be afraid. You will emerge transformed. Surrender is the key. Allow yourself to be loved. Usher the harsh critic out the door, especially if that's literally a person, and shut your eyes and ears to the judgment of others who have not been ignited by the divine blaze consuming you. For they will only attempt to douse your fire and leave you choking on the smoke. Oh my gosh, what did I just say about the moths to the flame? Don't let them snuff your flame. Set it on fire. Be careful you are not seduced by false promises or falling prey to your extraordinary ability to sabotage your dreams and desires. Sink with and sink into your heart and trust your sense of what is true, and you will know what to do. The true beloved is never false. Every gift proffered is valuable. Recognize the many faces of the beloved and welcome them into your heart. You will be so glad you did. Yee! That's why you've got to get those things and people that are not appreciating what you have to bring, who are not loving what you're bringing, away from you. And be open to accepting what you deserve and desire. Okay? Deserve and desire it. You desire and deserve it. You deserve to desire it. Cool. Thank you so much, Libra. I so appreciate you being here. I am starting a Patreon. You can support Meryl's Mystic for just $2 a month, and I'm working on getting extra content on for that. Links are attached. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Go watch the Lovers card reading and the New Moon and Gemini reading. Have a great rest of June, aka Pride Month. Celebrate with all your favorite gays. And I'm always here for you. Let me know what resonated with you or if you have any questions. And I will see you next month. Bye.